Morning, all. I am Maulik Chudawala, Assistant Professor, C.B. Patel Computer College and JNMP Science College. On behalf of our college, I welcome you all. This webinar is important to prepare your portfolio and understand the advanced technology to launch your career successfully after graduation. Also, if you are professional who want to explore new technology, and we will talk about innovations in the next hour. It's a great opportunity that Vatsal Shah is here with us, who is working and experimenting with advanced technology in voice, machine learning, and AI in Canada. Vatsal worked 2 years as an embedded software developer in India and converted R&D opportunity as a fresher to 8 various products. Built 6 people of team, launched Alexa and Google Assistant skill when he left the company for his masters. First, Vatsal did his masters in software engineering from Western University, Canada. Vatsal built a great portfolio by participating in various robotic events, published 4 research papers, and built many projects during his bachelor's and great exposure to build product from scratch in the small company which helped him to get a job as a software engineer within 3 days in the new country. He helped a company to build a chatbot, and after a few months, he joined Speak AI, which is a startup company in machine learning and AI domain. You guys are the next generation leaders and innovators who need proper guidance and the right direction that help achieve goals quickly. You can explore, learn, and achieve things better than others after this webinar. Vatsal selected all important topics to touch upon and give great time an opportunity for everyone to join us. Uh, would you please welcome Vatsal Shah, the CTO of Speak AI India? I would like to welcome Vatsal Shah.
Okay, thank you so much.
Vatsal, please carry on.
Thank you so much, Mr. Maulik Chudawala, for a very well introduction. And I'm very excited to be here. And thank you for university to organizing this seminar. It's awesome. Okay,
Yes.
so, and this is like the grade number. 105 total students are here. That's awesome. And I also got a great pre-survey from all of you. So I have like the great sense about the audience. So I'm gonna navigate through, based on your response. Thank you so much. I really, really appreciate that. So let's jump into it. And I know we'll be a little cognizant about the time. We have 1 hour. Okay. So I'm gonna not talk about any theory. Here we are not for the theory class. I know it's 9:30 in the morning, and here in Canada right now it's 12 o'clock. Okay, so I know you guys just woke up. I think I can hear my. Okay. Okay, this is much more better now. Thank you so much. So no theory. We are not going to talk about any theory here. This is going to be a very pragmatic, very practical thing which works in the industry. Okay, so make sure you have your headphones on. Make sure you have your volume up. Make sure you are in the silent nature. And throughout the presentations, make sure you also write up any notes if you point out any important points. And the last thing is if you have any questions at any moment, please drop your questions into the chat, and at the end we will go through each questions. And I also created a smooth platform for you to connect with me and answer I will answer your any questions. Okay, so what is the agenda of tonight webinar, today webinar? The first thing first is the tools and technology I wish I knew to build my portfolio in the university. I wish I knew this tool. I wish I knew the tools I'm going to talk about, the technology I'm working right now. If I knew few years back, believe me, I do have the little bit different portfolio what I do have right now. Because I have the great direction, but the tools and technology helps to you that just change ways in many different ways. The next thing, the outline about the today's webinar is like, we are going to talk about the portfolio, and I have like the great result from your pre-survey is like many people like don't any have idea about the portfolio and the website. So I will make sure that I will focus more on the portfolio and the website. I was also surprised about like many people don't know about the LinkedIn and the GitHub for developers, because I'm 100% sure out of right now it's 111 joinee from them, like most of are in the software field. The next thing we are going to talk about is the voice applications, machine learning and AI, and that's the winning right now in the survey. Like it's almost many people want to know about the artificial intelligence, and I will make sure you will get it through this webinar. And I will show you like the live demo of like what exactly how it works in the industry and what are the next steps for you to be like the next generation leaders. And I will talk about the secret sauce here, like what creates a different for me, and like a little bit of surprise at the end of the webinar. So make sure you are here throughout 1 hour. And let's jump into the next slide. It's
This
like
conference will now be recorded.
I have right now. If you see on the social media, I just posted a photo about the setup. So what does portfolio includes? It starts with your personal website. The second important thing is the blog or article, whatever you like, whatever you are interested in. Start writing something. I wish I knew like about writing something, sharing on the like let's say LinkedIn or any other medium portfolio where I can share my thoughts, anything that creates a big difference. The next thing is about the projects. I spend a lot of time into the robotics. That's why you might see on the first slide was with the robots, so that's how it's connected. If I knew if I can post the projects and I can get a lot more after that. So make sure if you have any projects, you include in your portfolio. If you do any research papers. The next is this thing is like if you do any volunteer work with any organization, or if you do any certifications like this one, this webinar is going to provide you the certification, e-certificate. So you can include this type of certificates, or either you go through the Udemy or like the online different courses that would add a lot of value in your portfolio. What does it recommendations means? For example, in your 3rd year, 4th year, or maybe if you are working in the industry, if you working under someone as a project or like as your in the industry in any projects, so you can ask them about your performance, about your intelligence, about your work you did in those projects, or how you spent your time. So though I will show you exactly example in upcoming slide, so which gives you a lot of power. Okay, this thing you have to make a note that you have to get the recommendations. I am 100% sure in my university, out of 100, only 3 or 4 people have the recommendations from the professors. So which give you a lot of power when you go to the industry if you are in the university right now. And of course, the resume. Okay, I know I have to talk a little bit more about the website, and I have the beautiful content here. The first thing first, the statistic says that only 5 people have the website out of the whole group. That is not good actually. You must have your own website if you are contributing, if you are working, if you are a student in the software field, or any connection, any connected dots in the software field. It's a place where you can demonstrate what you are capable of. Let me give you an example. Many people are struggle with, not talking clearly, or they don't share with their family members or like friends, and they are like shy, they don't talk much. So this is the exact place for you guys. Or like if you are doing anything, if you are doing arts, if you are doing drawings, if you are even playing games, you can put everything on your website. Okay, there is no limitations. That's how, like, what I see from the difference from the India and the North America. Like whatever you are capable of, just put it on the website. People will value for your work, not right now, but down the line in 2 or 3 years. Okay, it's an important tool when you don't have a ton of paid experience yet. That's a exact thing required for the freshers, because they don't have experience. I heard out of 10, 8 people are always complaining about it's too much difficult to find a job. Yes, obviously it's gonna be difficult. What you can prove to the company, we are running a company at Speak AI. We are hiring people. I also build a team in India. So the first thing first, I saw always, what is your portfolio look like? Do you have even a website? Can you show me at least 3 projects? Can you show me any recommendation your professor gave or like anyone gave to you? If you can show me 1 or 2 things, then I will be interested in your resume to invite you for the interview, right? So that's a different, you have to understand what is more important, right? These things are more important for you. And it's also help you to promote 24/7 with no extra efforts. People can go to the website. I will talk more about in the next slide. So what does a website includes? It starts with your career summary, your school education, your university education, anything, what you did, what course you took, anything comes under the career summary in very specific paragraph. I will show you an example in a while. Skills and technology. What technologies do you know? For example, if you are doing BSc, MSc, you know C, you know C++, you know .NET, you know PHP, you know Node.js, any any technology language, any programming language you can add here. What is the about page? About page, keep it non-technical. Showcase your soft skill. Showcase how good you are. Showcase about you, about your background, how did you achieve so far, about related to you can put in the about page. And the last is like the work sample, the projects you did in your university, first semester, second semester, or last year major project, or maybe you did with your friends, or are you working in the industry? Then obviously you are working on some projects, right? So make sure you separate your projects if you are working in the industry with the company project, so you can showcase in the website. To be continued, the industry experience, if you have, you can put the company name, the year you work, how much work you did for the company, what type of technology you had work on. Make sure you put everything on the website, okay? Every single thing matters. Again, the testimonials and recommendation from the company or the professors, links to your work, links to your other work. For example, in the industry, if you are working for your clients, please put the link and add the reference that I build a website, I work for this client, and this is his feedback for my work, anything. And of course the contact page, so people can contact you with any questions, any opportunity come along your way. The question is, tell me why. Why should I have a website? Why should I have a website as a software developer, as a software engineer? If I'm a professor in the university, why should I have a website? Number one thing is, it is gonna help you in the Google search. What does it mean? I know everyone have a smartphone. I am sure everyone have a smartphone. So definitely out of 100, probably you spend, out of 99, out of 199 people are spending a time on Google searching something, right? So when you search, you definitely click on from the first page. You don't go to the other page, right? So it helps you to rank higher when someone search about you, about your projects, about anything. Another thing is like when you go to the interview, this thing is very important for the freshers, okay? Or who are in the first, second, or third year. This is very much important. So make sure you listen carefully. So if company is looking for example, if you're gonna go for the interview, right? So what you're gonna do, you're gonna submit your resume, or you're gonna make any connections so people can connect with you easily. But if you put a company, or if you put your website into your resume, it's gonna create a huge difference in the whole process. So what happens if when you go to the interview, you're gonna be like, yes, you received my resume and you start talking, but when they see your website first, believe me, they have like more knowledge, more information about you, and things gonna go so much smoother. That's my personal experience when I did my I got my first job, or like job here in Canada on the 3rd day, right? So these things are very much important. Number 3 is like, again, I connected that point, which is going to help you in the interview process, because they know about your projects, about your recommendations, about about you, what you like, and about your experience, about your skills, technology. So what they're going to focus in the interview is like, they are just going to cross verify whatever you had mentioned on the website and resume. Is it correct? And it's just if there are like 3 steps, that will reduce to 1 or 2 step process for the interview. To creating a personal brand as a software developer, it's really, really important, okay? Because there are like many developers, many companies are working right now, amazing technology, but how are you going to differentiate yourself? Everyone want to like, let's say they want to differentiate their self from others. So this is the platform which you can create by yourself to build your personal brand. The most important thing is like you can showcase on one platform everything. So like even like just not the interview process, okay? Always think about the big picture. Even if you are going in the future, you did amazing work, so people can appreciate your work, what you did in your past, and like it's gonna give you a lot of credibility in your life. The most important thing also is like people earn a lot of money through the website. Let me tell you why. Okay, if you write something about, let's say, music, if you write something about arts, if you write something about sports, if you write something about games, anything, if people will like you, they're gonna pay for your blog. I will show you in a moment, okay? And this is not like few dollar or like few hundred rupees. These are like the big amounts, okay? So make sure you put great content on the website which help you to earn money. Obviously it's not gonna happen overnight, but it's gonna take years, maybe 3 years, 4 years. And when you see the results are coming back, guys, believe me, you are gonna make like a lot of money 24/7 through your platform, through your content, and you don't have to rely on someone. So that's why it's very important, at least for us. You can share with your network, you can share with your like your colleagues, your friends, or like even if you are doing, or maybe like doing some business, you can share with them through your website. And again, like the last point you can add is like the testimonial, which gives you a lot of power on the website. Okay, this is my the most likely image, because it says, so show me the example, don't talk much. That's what I told you about in the beginning. I'm not gonna show you anything theory based. Okay, you can see my website, right? Yes. So this is the page you can see here. Obviously you can make it much more better. I wish you do a lot more better work than me, but I'm just want to show you is like, this is the first paragraph is the career summary. So you can put about your work, about your technology. This is the skill and overview, what technologies this is what I always talk about, the recommendations and testimonial. So this is the guy who I work in the industry here. She is the professor from my Western University. She is one of my client. So what I want to say you guys is like, he's the professor from Indus University, Ahmedabad, right? So I sent a message, I sent them a nice email and message that, would you please say, like, give me the recommendations about my, like, let's say what activities I did for the university, how was me, like, anything about you. That's give you, like that's help you a lot. So he's also like another professor who took the robotics course. So, and you also can add the feature projects. And this is what I'm talking about. Like if you create your own blog or anything, that's give you a lot of power in the future. I hope it helps. And if you have any questions, please send into the chat. We are gonna go to the next important topic here, which is the GitHub. And if I see the statistics here, only 12 people have the GitHub account as a software developer. That is not good. But now I hope you are gonna create a new account after this webinar. Why? Because you understand why it's important. What is a GitHub? GitHub is a website and cloud-based service where any developer can store, upload their code. You can track and control changes of code because you did any changes yesterday, a month before. You can compare your changes from a month to today. You can contribute or follow open source project. For example, Google, Microsoft, IBM, Tesla, say the name, just say the name. They all have the open source project, all their code base online on the GitHub. You can follow a great developers. I will show you in the example again. and like, you can find the various code base even for your final year project. Even if you are doing like your second term project, anything, even you are working in the industry, you can find a lot better example even on the GitHub. And the last point for the freshers, you can find a job even on the GitHub. Okay, this is very much important. So what statistics says? Statistics says there are like 40 million developers on the GitHub and 44 million repositories created. I know you are not going to get it what the repository means. I'll explain you in the upcoming slide. But the point is there are like almost not everyone, but like, almost all the developers are on the GitHub who is contributing, sharing, uploading their code base. So this is how does it look like. If you see here, you can see the contribution last year, and I will just give you the little bit more insight about the chart. So what does the chart means? Like this is May right now. So May 1st week, 2nd week, 3rd week, 4th week, 5th week, like wise, and like Sunday, Monday to Friday. And if you see, like if I have to showcase to someone, if I'm gonna go for the interview, if I'm gonna talk with the clients for the new projects, I can just send one link, which is the GitHub link. And they are gonna just see how much code I write every single day. So this is what you see is Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Continuous 3 to 4 week. I just took a break on, I think, Sunday for some reason. But yeah, it's like just continuous process every day. That's how it show you how much involved you are in basically in the development. Again, yes, I will show you the example for sure. We are not gonna talk about any theory here. Right, so this is how the profile looks like. It's free. Please sign up on the platform. Please upload your code. It's very, very important for your career. Okay, this is what many people miss, these things. And you can upload all your code, every single thing here. You can upload your books, you can upload your, let's say, tutorial, you can upload your presentations, but make sure you give the credits to the author, and you can upload all your assignments. So like it helps you in the future, which so that yes, this person knows the how to use the GitHub. This is the mandatory tool right now in the industry. If you don't know, okay, these tools are like you have to have like experience on the GitHub or like any other similar tools. And what you can see here is like the contribution, like, this is June 4. And what I was saying about the followers, I'm following like the great developers. For example, here, let's say like, the Google software engineer from the Google Brain, who are working on the latest technology on machine learning and AI. Ali works in the California Mountain View. The Google developer work at Google, focus on AI. And I can see all his code here. I know what he's like, not everything. If it is in the private repository, that means if it is a public, means like anyone can see the code. If it is private, only it's up to your account. But the more important thing is like you can follow amazing developer on the GitHub. You can learn more about from their code base, machine learning, AI, NLP. He's the research scientist, right? So these things are very much important for you to have in your portfolio. I hope this is also clear, because the statistics stays like, it's like very few people have the GitHub account. So please, like, sign up on the account, upload your work, everything every day. If you have any feedback so far, please send in the group. I hope I'm going slow to just make sure everyone understand clearly, because I just want to make sure you understand what I mean to say. Okay, this is really, really important. The LinkedIn is not the social media network tool. There are 600 million professional profiles. Too many professionals on one platform. Okay, you can build and maintain your network to search jobs, to build your professional reputations if you are planning to go to the industry. Or else if you want to stay in the university throughout your life, then you don't need the platform. But if you want to go to the industry, want to work in the company, then this is the gold. This is the gold for who want to work as a professional in the industry. What I missed, if I know I can join in my first year of university, that's what I was saying in the beginning of the slides. Like, you can put and show your work throughout 3 or 4 year of study. Even if you let's say pass out, if you are working in the industry, guys, create a LinkedIn account. Make sure you have the profile up to date. It's gonna give you a lot of power. Okay. And you also can, if you are in the university, let's say, you can connect with your alumni, which gonna help you a lot to find, let's say, ask about experience, ask about the university experience, anything. Plus, more important, it's free. Okay, there is no charge on LinkedIn. But make sure this is not the Facebook, this is not the Instagram, this is the LinkedIn for the professional people. What you can do, tell me why. Why should I have the LinkedIn account? Yes, you can find or search new opportunity, and you can set the job alert based on your location, based on your, let's say, the specific role you are looking for, a back-end developer, a front-end developer, anything. You can set alerts about, let's say, the companies. If you want to go to the Infosys, any companies, you can set the alerts, and as soon as they are gonna opening a new job, you will get a notifications on a phone or through the email. You can connect with many people. If you are planning, if you know where you want to go, if you know any company name you want to work upon, this is the perfect tool to connect with them. But what you have to learn about is write a nice message. Study about how to send a nice message to someone. Study about how to review on the LinkedIn or search on LinkedIn about someone. You can find all latest industry news on LinkedIn. For example, if Google Brain, who is working on the machine learning and AI, if they published any research paper, first, they also share on the Google, but they also share on the LinkedIn. And if you are following a company about Google Brain, you can see about industry news first. You can research companies and their employees, which is the connected point with the job alerts, which gonna help you a lot when you, for example, selected for an interview. You can go and review their profile. You can understand what or how they work, what technologies they know, what you are gonna have to learn from them if they are a senior. So that is gonna help you a lot. To just continue, you can build your brand on LinkedIn and let company find you. Okay, let me give you a real story about me. So when I passed out in 2016 from Indus University, I got to know about the LinkedIn in my, in the third year. And I started building my LinkedIn profile in my third year about putting projects, putting my school projects, science fair, everything. And what happened one day, the HR from the company I had worked, it's called Deep Foods, they were searching for the embedded software developers in Ahmedabad. So they just created a post, and I was just following these job alerts. So I got a notification that this company is looking for this role with this experience. And I had spent a lot of time into the IoT robotics, and I found the best opportunity because I was following the job alert. I had like the up-to-date profile, which helps me that the HR sent me a message that we are looking for this profile. Are you interested in? So I don't have to go to the company find me. So company are gonna find you if you're gonna put your profile up to date, keep profile up to date. So here, the moral of the story is company are gonna find you. My interview process just took me, I think so, 1.5 hours. That's it. That was the deal in 1.5 hours. Okay, because they checked my website, they checked the LinkedIn profile, because they connected me on LinkedIn, so they already know about my projects, my portfolio. So that was the really smooth process, and I admire LinkedIn a lot. I have a lot of respect for them, because what happened when I came to the Canada, the company I'm working right now with the Speak AI, his founder name is Tyler Bryden. He sent me a message on LinkedIn one day at 11:30 in the night that, hey Vatsal, I'm looking for this, I had this problem, would you please help me? I know you are in London, Ontario, so if you can help me, that would be great. And I sent a message quickly, yeah, sure, let's talk about it. So I also got this another job. We changed sort of the life. I don't have to struggle here about to finding a job. Probably if you have your friends or family members, anyone you can heard about, it's really struggling right now, to be honest. But why I separated myself? Because I spent a lot of time. I spent in Uttarayan, I spent in Diwali, I was building my portfolio. Okay, so like this is important for you to understand that whatever a minute you are going to spend on your portfolio on yourself, it's going to give you back even when you don't know about it. Okay, back to the slides. Also, you can display your resume, like all your work, everything here. And more important thing is like you can also update that what I like suggest to my cousins about, like, please update your work, post about your work. If you are doing amazing work, if you are even doing your projects, please update or post, like, you do on the Facebook, but make sure this is not the Facebook, this is the LinkedIn. So you just put your university projects, you did something, so people are gonna follow you, people are gonna follow your post, and like when they need you, when they are looking for someone, they are gonna send you a message, hey, blah blah blah, I'm looking for this role, are you interested in it? And that's it, deal done, right? And again, ask about the recommendations. I will show you what does it mean on the LinkedIn. So Jeff is the CEO of LinkedIn. This is the how does it look like. It's much more better than the Facebook. I have no bias about it, but I'm just saying. This is what, see, the people also viewed. So whenever someone is going to look about your profile, you can see on the right hand side, Barack Obama, Donald Trump, Satya Nadella, who's like the CEO of the Microsoft. You can see all these people are on the LinkedIn. What I said about the GitHub is like the home of for the developers. LinkedIn is the home of the professional. And as a developer in this competitive market and age, like, years, you have to be up to date. You have to be in both the house. You can't be like, oh, I have the LinkedIn profile, it would be fine. No, it's not going to be fine at all. Okay. You have to be on a GitHub, contribute every day. You have to up to date profile on the LinkedIn. This is all connected. I will show you in the next slide why I'm saying and giving us so much emphasis on this. Okay. Again, we are not going to talk anything about the theory. I will show you the profile here. Oh, 1 second. So this is the LinkedIn profile you can see here. Yes. You can put like nice image. Don't put your like image where you are make sure it's a professional image on your LinkedIn profile. Okay. You can put what you can put about yourself, what you do, or what technology experience you have and how they can connect. You can put your experience here. Where did you work? What technology did you work? Or maybe like what technology you, or maybe methodology you work on when you are in the company, because every company have their own methodology and techniques while you're working as a software developer. The educations, where did you graduate, what do you do, which courses you took. This is what I was talking about. I put all my projects. You can also, like, if you get any certifications, for example this one, you can put onto it, and also like link with the link with the you can upload on the, let's say, I think I have one certificate somewhere. Anyway, the point was like you can upload on the Google Drive and you can link over here so people can click and check your certificate. If you have the volunteer experience, this is what I was talking about. If you are a part of any let's say organization in India, please put it down here. It's very important. Every single thing is important. The skills and endorsement, what does it mean? Like if you know Node.js, if you know Angular, if you know robotics, any single thing, whatever user interface experience, software development, you can put every single thing here. So when someone or HR department is searching about you, they can find you very quickly, and this is gonna be a very easy ride for them. And I told you what recommendation means. Like you can ask for recommendations. Who do you ask? Let's say Maulik Chudawala. So you can ask him about, I'm not going to search, but I'm just saying like you can ask your professor or your colleagues, anyone, and you can see all this is like this is gives you a lot of power when someone reads about you from someone. I hope this is clear. The honors and awards, like if you want any awards or anything, the courses you took throughout your 3-year, 4-year, the projects you had built on, like you can put the description, you can put the links, if you have the website or anything you had built, You can put everything here, like the IoT robot, put the description, technology, how does it work, how did you build, the languages, any publication, any research paper, that what I told you, like, you can put every single thing here. This is like the great platform for the professional people. And what I was talking about the job is like, this is the great platform to find a very specific by title, by company, by skill, by city, by zip code, anything. And if you have the like once you go into it, you will understand more. I don't want to deep dive into it, but the more important thing is like, you can find by salary, you can create a job alert, you can invite someone, you can accept a request, anything, right? And more important thing, let me just finish this part here, is also that also post the nice thing about the projects you are working on, what is more important, how someone can help, if you can help anyone, like, also post a nice thing. But make sure this is all professional this is the professional platform, but this is gonna help a lot to, like, you can see the views, you can see the analytics here, so who is looking your profile, who's liking your post. Basically, it's give you a lot of power to when you are gonna search a job, if you are in the university right now, and if you are even looking for a new job, guys, this is really important for you to have the LinkedIn account. Cool. I know this is the most important and interested topic, and we are like 12. Okay. The voice ML and AI. This image says a lot of story. I don't know if you can understand, if you can see something from the image. I will give you a second. Think about it. What does it mean? I know you can't say anything on the webinar. I missed that, but the response is awesome. Like, okay, did you think about anything? The most important thing about the voice ML and AI, by 2025 or 2030, I'm sure you order from the, let me think about any app I remembered. Let's say from the Uber Eats or anything. A person came to your door and delivered a food, right? Or like a postman came to your house and delivered a post. In 10 years, this is like already going on in North America, that a drone will deliver your pizza from Domino's in your balcony. Let me repeat this sentence again. In North America, people are working on that drone will deliver a Domino's pizza in your gallery at your doorstep within 10 or 5 minutes. A hot pizza, right? This is crazy. Even like Amazon is working on drone technology to deliver your basically post, right? Whatever you order. And that's gonna change the whole world. Think about the speed, think about the feasibility, think about the reliability. And that's why, like, I put this image here to just give you a little bit highlight when we gonna talk more about the voice ML and AI. This is the future of AI. Welcome to the world. The important thing about to understand history, I'm not gonna go deep into it. I know this is the introductory part, so I will make sure you at least understand why everyone is talking about artificial intelligence nowadays. I just want to give you that highlight about why everyone is so much interested, why everyone is, every company is like behind AI. There is a reason behind it, okay? And make sure you listen very carefully this thing. Neural network, machine learning, deep learning is nothing new. It's nothing new. When I came here for a very specific purpose to Canada. I want to explore more into the machine learning, AI, because I learn a lot into the IoT robotics. So I want to see why everyone is talking about data, right? So the important thing is like, it's from 1950s, right? We have the Gmail from years, from 2005 or 6 maybe. To be, I'm not accurate, but like that's probably from there. And they are using the machine learning to differentiate your emails. Is it a spam or is it a normal email, right? And you are using every day for sure. So this is nothing new. This is nothing like, happening overnight. This is happening from years. So what was my point when I came to the Canada and when I took the course related to the machine learning and AI? they were giving me or giving the class to read about the research paper from 90s, 70s, 1980s, right? So this is nothing new. They are asked to read a paper from 1980s and 1990s. So this is amazing. So what is neural network? I don't want to go into the definition, but this is the history of, that's what is start from the neural network to the machine learning to the deep learning. Okay. And why everyone is talking about deep learning? Because if you know the Moore's law, about the microcontroller and the basically register we have on board, that's growing rapidly, and that's almost on the peak point right now. Because of the data volume, we have the advanced algorithms and the improvements in the computing power. I'm sure you heard about the 1 terabyte or 15 terabyte of hard disk and all sort of things. So we have storage, we have cloud computing power, which gives everyone a lot of power to work on that. Tell me why. Why should I have to learn about AI? Why it is important? Why? Because that can do a lot of automative repetitive learning. So what does this mean is, for example, let me give you the very base example in the industry or in the machinery part, right? It's all working with the robots. It's all physical work. Not everything, but most of the part in North America are converted with the robots. Let's say Tesla, they are building the basically the models are through the robots, right? The connections or connecting the dots, those things they can add up through the progressive learning algorithms. I'm from Ahmedabad, I'm from Gujarat, so આપણે એક વાર કે ને તો આપણે ના માનીએ. So that is in our blood, right? આપણને વારંવાર કહેવું જ પડે. So what is my point here is we don't have to tell a second time to the AI and machine learning. They just understand from one single instance. If you say do this way, they are gonna just exactly gonna do the same way what you will say, right? So that's called the adapt through the progressive learning algorithms. They can analyze more and deeper data. If I'm gonna give you 1 terabyte of data to understand what's what type of data in it, what does it say, how much accurate data it is, you're gonna take a lot of days, right? Many days. So that's gonna give a lot of power to analyze more and deeper data. That's why everyone is interested right now. And when I talk about the application, I will touch this point again. And adds intelligence because it's work 24/7. They don't need any mentorship on that. They don't need anything besides them working or looking physically. They can use their own intelligence.
Vatsal, you can use
where are we
Hindi
in AI
or
2020? Why there is a lot of hype in the market right now? I'm sure I told again, everyone is using smartphone. If you are using a smartphone, understand this: you are interacting with AI, whether you know or not. So welcome to the AI world. Okay, everyone is connected with it. No one is disconnected with it. Everyone is connected with a part of the AI, right? You are using smartphones. You use the Google Assistant, you use the Alexa, you use the voice applications. This is all works on AI. This is all works on data, right? The email apps. I'm sure you use the Gmail or any other tool. I don't know if you see the difference nowadays. The auto-populate sentence while you are typing. If you say, hi, Vatsal, how are you? Even just you type how, it will automatically populate are you. If you type, I hope you are fine. If you just write, I hope, it automatically populate you are fine. It's going to complete your sentences. So how do they learn? So I read about it. Let me give you a little bit inside of it. So how does it learn? So Gmail is collecting the data from years, and they run the algorithms, unstructured data on it. They understand how people talk and how people navigate through the emails, how they can respond. Even if you see the suggestions when you reply, the automatic suggestions, I don't know the Facebook one, but you can get on the emails or on the other apps the automated response. So those learn from the data. They are not doing manually. Okay, they are not typing manually those response. They learn through our data. E-commerce, if you use Amazon, if you use Flipkart, you definitely know the recommendations that Amazon recommend you this product because you purchased XYZ product. Where it's coming from? Have you think about it? Have you ever think about why, if you purchased, let's say, any keychain item, the next time you open the app, it's gonna show you more related to the keychain item? So do you think Amazon is like, spending a developer who is just gonna do work to recommend you based on what you search? No, it's just gonna work like the engine is gonna work based on how you navigate on the app, how you navigate on the website, right? So Amazon, like everyone is using like the recommendation engines, like the oldest one. And when you learn more about MLAI, this is the must to implement or learn or like experiment with the code base. I don't know if you have the Google Assistant speaker in your home, but I do have two. So what you can do, you can talk with them, you can play music, you can talk with the smart talk, or ask about news, ask about story, add the to-do list, anything. And if you even have the smartphone, you can enable the Google Assistant. You are like in the tech era, so definitely you know about it, but I'm just saying, like, this is all with the AI. Security and surveillance. I don't know about excuse me. But here, I don't know if you heard about the news in USA right now. It's very disappointed. But what I learned about the AI, the important point is the object recognition and facial recognition. So they identify the faces. The camera are like, installed around the city. So, and like the real news just a few weeks back, that the machine learning and AI can find faces about personal details real time. Even if you are just crossing the city, they know about your name, address, everything. And this is coming soon. If it is like, if you have like the cameras in your apartment, in your office right now, those cameras are not smart yet, but those are coming within few years, that they know about you in real time. Even if you just cross your face, or like, crossing the street, they know who you are. The banking and finance, if you learn again like the machine learning and AI, the fraud protection is like the topmost topic to implement, because what does it do is like they found based on your records, they found based on your data, that are you gonna pay the next credit card bill or not. So that's one example. Is there any fraud happen on your credit card? Is there any fraud happen through on your account? So they all find through this machine learning algorithms. And also the chatbot. I read some news that some banks are working on the chatbots in India, that if you want to find your balance, if you want to find your last transaction, you can just ask the chatbot, right? So these are like all built upon the AI and ML, right? So you are in this world, guys. The social media, if you are using the Facebook, Instagram, how the feed work, I don't know if you realize, if you talk about that, I'm gonna trip to let's say India next month, the Google and Facebook will listen this thing, even if the apps are not you are not using apps on your phone, but still they record your voice, and they understand that you are gonna travel India next month, and they're gonna start showing you the ads, the flight prices, and you're gonna see those ads. I don't know if you realize that, but think about next time when you talk about anything, you're gonna see more ads related to what you just talk with someone. The smart car and drones, the Tesla is already in the market right now. It's a fully automated like smart car based on the camera, radar, the object detections, everything. And the Waymo is from Google. Man, COVID-19. How people are using AI to integrate and understand about what's happening right now with the COVID-19. I just found really amazing thing that if patient with the symptoms, what would be the AI based approach, and what would be like the conventional approach, like physician go to the multiple match, take samples, patient go to the quarantine, admit, check symptoms, recovery phase, retest, and positive, negative. But with the AI, through the whole process, it's so simple, not simple, but like they make it so progressive and like easy that they can find very quickly. So like if you see the gap and the difference between the conventional and the AI based approach, it's huge. And another example, this is so awesome. What you have to do, you just have to cough 3 times on this app, and it will tell you, do you have a COVID or not? Do you have a COVID positive or not? And the research is going crazy. A lot of money invested into this. This is from the University of Cambridge, and like you can just submit your cough, or like basically from the healthy and non-healthy patients, and they find the basically applying the machine learning and AI algorithms, understand through your voice that again, like, do you have, if you want to know more about this, you can I will, when I send the basically this presentations, you can go through the resources. What are the challenges we have right now in the AI? Bias is the first thing. No, this is wrong, this is not accurate, this is not working, this is people are lying, they are not, this is the bias in the system. They don't understand about emotions and emotion intelligence of the machine learning and AI system. So that's a gap here, and the challenge here in the AI. Because what happened, it learns from the data. And if the data is inaccurate, it has a huge impact on the results. So for example, let me give you again back to example of the COVID-19. If someone have a positive COVID positive, and his or her cough won't, like through the data, it won't identify that this is the positive or negative. That create a huge impact on the person, on the patient, right? So the data accuracy is so much important in the AI. They focused on the single task right now. So if you say to translate English to French, if you say translate Hindi to Gujarati, Hindi to English, excuse me, they just do a one task. If you tell them to drive a car, they just drive a car. They don't drive like a drone, right? A lack of skill resources. That's why important right now for you to learn, understand, experiment, create projects, upload projects, post on the LinkedIn, post on the website. Everything is connected if you want to fill that gap. And another important point is skills and security and privacy. I just want to touch a little bit about security and privacy here. If you're using Facebook, guys, make sure you go to your settings and turn off all your data sharing. What it's doing right now, it's collecting all your data, whatever you search on Google, whatever app you use, they are collecting every single thing on any app. So whatever app you use, make sure you turn off your privacy and those data, because sorry, they are collecting every single dots, and obviously they're gonna use for a better purpose, but it's better not to like share the data if they are providing the feature that you can turn off and you can sign out from sharing those features. And there are like many more challenges right now in AI, but our focus is related to the career and how we can success into the AI ML. So let's focus on that. How to start learning voice AI ML. This is all good, history good. We know the applications, we know where are we at, but how I can start for we are not talking about ranker. We are not talking about like if you have like the 50%. This is nothing to do with what your rank, what your score, what your intelligence, whatever you can say. This is all about your consistency, how much you want to learn by yourself. I was very surprised when I got to know that it is not much awareness about the cloud services in the BSc, MSc software engineer students in your course. This is a must if you are a software developer working in the industry, want to work in the industry. This, to understand the cloud services, is really important actually nowadays. So what is this? What is AWS Cloud AI Services? So AWS AI Cloud Services are like, I'm sure you heard about this, like if like the wheel is already invented, you don't have to invent again from the scratch. So this cloud services provides a lot of intelligence to the applications through different categories. So for example, one category is the document analysis. If you want to scan your documents, if you want to scan anything related to, let's say, extract data from the documents of millions of documents, you can just do in hours. You can just, without any effort, you just upload all your files onto the cloud. It is gonna work by itself and give you the one single file with the extracted text. I will show you the real example, okay, in a upcoming slides. The recommendations we talk about, you can learn many things and add everything into your portfolio. So to understand, to learn, to explore this, easily add intelligence to applications from AWS, it's very important. The other few examples to touch upon is, like, I'm sure you heard a lot about the translation and like the transcription service nowadays. You can see the captions on the YouTube. This is all the transcription service. This is so much important right now. The fraud detection we already talked about, and also like the code for the developer. This is so amazing. They actually in the last year, I think they talk about the automated code review. So if you just upload your code on AWS, it's gonna find errors. It's gonna suggest you to write a more sophisticated way, a more better way, the code. This is amazing experience you have. I mean, you don't have to implement right now, but down the line, when you have the more experience with the coding, with the software, with this cloud services, you can give a try. That's, I just want to say. Is it free? Yes, it's completely free for 1 year, which is more than enough to give a try, which is more than enough to learn within that time frame. Okay. So why you have to learn cloud services? Learn by yourself. Okay, not everything is gonna cover in the university, or maybe like teach someone, right? Because demand will continue to grow. There is not enough resources right now in the market who can fulfill this skills technology. You can also improve your earning potential. Let me give an example. If you're gonna get a job, 35,000 rupees a month, if you know this technology, you might can ask for 45,000. I'm just saying the number. I'm just saying the difference. What you can earn more with respect to the technology and skills you will learn by yourself. You can secure a job. I know we have like a lot of common sense if we are from India. So think about, there are two person, one know just the, let's say, a programming, one know programming and the cloud services. If you are a boss, to whom you are going to keep in your job if you have to fire someone because this financial crisis or like the COVID-19 situation? Obviously, right, you're going to keep the person who know the cloud services and who also know the programming, right? So that's where give you a power when you have like this technology and skills in your portfolio. And if you are like the newcomers or freshers, so there is a lot of chance for getting shortlisted for an interview very quickly. As soon as they see, oh, you know backend, you know front end, you know Python, you know machine learning, you know cloud services, done, deal done on within seconds. Examples, it is not just Amazon, it's a Google Cloud, it's a IBM, it's a Microsoft. All big companies are in the competition right now. Okay, and it's nothing new. If you ask anyone who is working industry in Canada, this is nothing new. This is very much normal thing right now in North America. But when I got to know that this is not many people know about the cloud services, then I put the slides into it. Okay, how you can learn more about AI, like, in the layman language, so you can understand what's going on. So I would recommend to watch this series called The Age of AI, free. You can go to the YouTube. It has, I think, 8 to 9 chapters. I watch all of them in 2 days. All are amazing. Whatever we talk about, whatever the application we talk about so far, you can gonna connect those dots when you're gonna watch that series. It's have a different episodes, how different companies are working in the industry right now. Let me give you an example. The company in North America, in America actually, it's from America. They are working on the self-driving truck, which is very difficult actually. The self-driving car is still not there completely in the world, but they are working on the self-driving truck, and they're gonna save a ton of money, a lot of the life security and a lot of other things. So you're gonna watch those things into the Age of AI series. The other question is like, okay, I watched the series, what is next? How I can implement, how I can write a code, how I can put a certificate that I know about AI, ML. You can just go to the Udemy, you can just click on the link, you will have a lot of lectures on that, and make sure you select based on the recommendations from the other users, right? So based on that, just select the top courses. The one course from the Coursera is the Andrew NG. Andrew NG is the best machine learning and AI instructor on, and like the on the Coursera, and also on the Udemy A to Z machine learning, which give you a lot of insights about the really technical deep inside of the AI and ML. Cool. It's time to see the live demo. Okay, a lot of talk. Now let's see how exactly it works in the real industry. So let me give you just a little bit insight about the platform I'm showing you right now. This is the platform called Speak, which I'm working on right now. And I'm just going to show you the more important thing about the insights here. So this is, yes, I think you can see now clearly. This is all insights through AI and ML. Like, for example, what does this platform do is basically, if you upload a video on the platform, let's say this is the video, and you can see this is all identified by the AI and ML. I'm just showing you the real time, how does it work in the real, in the industry. Basically, it finds the faces.
My name is James Sykes. I'm 31 years old and I am a writer.
Where it find, let's say this is PM Trudeau COVID-19 I think so presentation. Yeah, so you can see the person, you can see how much appear in the video, you can see the name Prime Minister of Canada, who is like, if he's working in the company or like anything. You can search about the person, you can see what type of word he used medical supplies twice,
whether that's
and you can
equipment
jump
for
to the
testing
particular moment
or medical supplies.
within a second. Equipments, he talk
Well,
about emergency,
I can tell you that we haven't
he talk
taken
about tools
and test.
right? The brands
So
he
while
talk
that's
about, he talk
happening,
about,
we need to
National
work
Research
to
Council,
mitigate.
he talk about
People
Air
should be
Canada,
retournés,
Domino's
pas juste
Pizza,
dans nos approches, mais dans
WestJet,
nos
the
communications.
topics he talk about
Malheureusement,
mostly
comme
on
on
the
a
health
tous
and
vu, il y a
well-being,
des gens
the television series Politics and Government, how happy he was, how sad he was. So this is how the real-time application look like.
Bonjour tout le monde.
Okay, there you go.
I want to begin by recognizing that
This
a
is
lot
the
of
more
people have now
insights
been stuck at
through the
home
word
for a
cloud.
week
The
or
word cloud,
more
the
because of
brands, he talk
COVID-19.
about the labels,
That's
and this
starting
is
to
the
take a
sentiment
toll.
analysis.
It's
This is the
understandable.
emotion and
But
sentiment
we can't
touch
afford to
of
stop
AI and
now.
ML, which I'm showing you
I want
right
to be
now.
clear.
So if you just want to know
Social distancing,
what are the
physical
most negative
distancing,
sentences throughout the
is
talk,
the single best
so like,
way to
they
keep the
were
people
cute.
around you safe.
This is like the negative sentence.
What does that mean?
Maybe
It means
he's talking
keeping
with
2
some
meters.
reference, but so this is how you can find the emotions and sentiment through the video. And this is the graph of the video where you can see the positive, negative, and the sentiment throughout the video. So this is the real use of AI and ML. This is the future. Okay, this is the future, and this is like the whole automated transcript. Even if I just want to search about, let's say, health, what he talk about health here, you can just go click and go to the
Getting out the recommendations from our
in the video moment. And another important thing I want to show you here, the live demo about the sentiment piece is like, thank you so much, and I will enable the real-time piece, joining this webinar, and you see little reflection on the screen here, and you see the graph. So this is the real-time graph. Thank you so much for joining this webinar. I really appreciate it. I hope you are doing well, and you can see it's starting real time. Okay, and you can see it's 66% positive, 33% neutral, 0% negative. Let's say it's a little sad touch. I am sad here. See, you can see it's going down. It's a minus 0.4. So this is the sentiment from -1 to 1 that draw in the real time. So this is the touch of the emotion and intelligence in the AI. So that's what I just want to show you, how does it work in the real world. Okay, we are back to the slides. So what's the future of AI gonna look like? I know you are maybe still in the university, still in the college, or maybe maybe working in the industry. How the future of AI gonna look like? Where you are gonna contribute? If you are working in the university, if you are a student, you might be passed out, let's say in 2022, 2023. What technology or skills you are gonna have, right? Let's say I talk about the let's say automated truck, right? It's coming in 5 years. They are like working right now very hard. AI is gonna generate 40 top songs, right? We are, as a human, we are not gonna identify is it created by a human, a singer, or AI. So this is just gonna happen. It's happening right now. And the another thing is like the retail salesperson. You might don't need a retail salesperson here like in the future, and it might write the whole article, and you would be like, really? Is it written by a human or AI? So that's where it says that write New York Times bestseller, and this is how it's gonna look like. What are the other area where you are gonna see? I already touched the point about the drones, where you can see for the delivery, where you can see for the different surveillance, where you can see where human, it's so much risky to go there. And also like other thing about is like obviously you see many let's say cameras onto the street. I don't know if you heard about the smart meters, but it's a lot of going on right now in the North America. So what does it do? You can talk with the camera. You can talk, that is like the same mirror as we have right now in the home. You can talk with the mirror. You can send an email. You can read emails. The camera read your emotions, set your lights, set music, and it just understand you through the mirror. So, and people are paying a lot of money right now. And even if you are doing an exercise at home, if you do in front of the mirror, it's gonna motivate you. Come on, do it. Like just 5 more minutes. So these things are coming, and like obviously we are using right now mobile, but it's getting more and more smarter every day. The last thing is like the delivery that we are going to see in the futures, like the automated delivery from the robots. It's going to down the line a few years, but at least from the drone, we are going to see in upcoming years. And we already saw the autonomous vehicles in North America here, and like, driving on the highway without any human touch. All computer system understand the environment, react based on that. Again, nothing would be 100% accurate, because it's all depends on the data points, and everything is connected with the networking, the data points, accuracy, algorithm, technology. So this is all connected points, and you have to be a part of this if you want to grow. Cool. Okay, we talk a lot here. So we have to understand what are the next steps for you, what you can do now. Okay. We go through the, again, portfolio, what you can include. We go through the website, we go through the GitHub. Why should you have the developer account? We go through the LinkedIn. Why should you have the professional LinkedIn account? We go through the AI ML, what you can do. You saw the real-time application, you see the future of AI, but what are you gonna do now? I will show you the dev communities in the upcoming slide. So you follow the dev community, be a part of the community, okay? Do more than what you do right now in your home. Don't spend this time as a vacation in India. Okay, I heard a lot that, oh, this is the vacation, this is the enjoyment time. No. This is the golden time to learn something new. So read, learn, experiment, implement the new technologies and innovations. Keep adding new skills to your portfolio, to your resume. Make sure every 3 months you check, did I learn anything new? If not, you have to work on yourself at the end. Self-education, really important nowadays. Okay, university education gonna help you a lot about to learn the basics, which is really important to build the infrastructure on top of that. But self-education gonna help you to achieve more success in your career. Few more things. Build more projects. Spend at least 30 minutes every day to write code. Writes, upload on the GitHub so people can see, oh, this person, or like, this person is like uploading or developing, contributing every single day. Volunteer your programming skill. If you don't know, if you're not much aware about, please work with someone. Volunteer your work. Freelance. If you are in the industry, this is for you. To be pick up some freelancing work based on your experience and expertise in the field. If you don't have the enough experience, if you don't have the enough confidence, learn new skill, learn new technology. Okay, don't rely on one thing. Make sure you keep going. Get some freelancing project if you're in this industry. This is for you guys. And open source, get involved. If you don't find any freelancing project, there are like ton of GitHub on the GitHub. There are ton of open source project. Contribute on them, and also you can make money through that once they get the funding from a company or something. Okay, but yeah, be involved in this community. That's a bottom line. Okay, what communities you can follow? The first is like the free code camp, which has like the 100 days coding challenge, 50 days coding challenge, 30 days coding challenge. And you can be a part of those challenge, and you can learn a lot through the community. There are like lots of tutorial on that. Dev.to is the great community about the technical articles, projects, broadcast videos. You learn, understand from the different developers and like who are working in the industry. Completely free. Dzone is also like amazing article, a platform, and they have like the broad range of topics from AI, IoT, machine learning, Node.js, whatever language you say the name. The Hackathon is like the coding practice. You can find the different tech articles. The Kaggle is who want to build a career in data scientist, machine learning, AI. You can find a lot of notebook of the code examples. If you don't know anything about Python or R, that's another language which is like mostly used in the research. I did a little bit of my research. So if you are in the Surat, if you are in the Ahmedabad, you can join this meetup group. Obviously these are free, okay? And you don't have to pay anything for this group. Be a part of this community. This is a community in your city. There are like 1,200 members. When I found AWS user group, I'm like, wow, there are a lot of members, right? You be a part of that group. And I think Ahmedabad Machine Learning and AI group have an event today. It's like 6 in the morning in the Ahmedabad. So yeah, be a part of this group. Be a part of this community. This is gonna help you to get a job, to get a freelancing project. Right? The secret sauce is the progress is power. So keep moving, keep contributing, keep learning, keep adding new skills. Things are not going to change. You have to make a change in your family, for your life, to if you get a job, to make a success in a career. You have to do it. There is no if, else, but. Look at your purpose instead of looking at your excuses. Many people excuse that I don't have enough internet connections. I don't know these things. I don't know how to search. I don't know, many excuses. Don't excuse. Look at the purpose. Why do you want to learn? Why do you want to get a job? Right? If you are going to get a job at software developer at a like, let's say, low salary, that's your mistake, not the market mistake. Results only come from the consistency. You have to be a consistent. If I say contribute every day a 30 minutes, then do it. Do it every single day. There is no if else but again. Take responsibility. Okay, take responsibility if you make a mistake in your projects or anything. If you are working in a group in the university, take responsibility. Okay, yeah, that's my mistake. Okay, I will more work on my projects. This is keep in mind if you want to make a success in your career as a developer. The bigger your comfort zone, the smaller your life. What does it mean? You will be like, no, I don't want to learn the JavaScript. I don't want to learn HTML, CSS. I don't want to learn, let's say, Angular, React. I don't want to learn AWS. Guys, if you're going to keep your comfort zone bigger, that you don't want to learn this, your life would be smaller. So learn as much as you can at this age. I that's why the question I put in the basically the pre-survey, that I just want to understand your age, so that I can may emphasize on this thing, that okay, if you are like up to 30, learn every technology you can. Learn HTML, CSS, jQuery, Ajax, backend, Node.js, Java, PHP, .NET, frontend, React, Angular, Vue, Flutter is the new language right now from Google. AWS service, cloud services from AWS, Microsoft. Do it, learn it. There is no limitations. Okay, because this is gonna, as soon as you add the new skills, you will have a lot of fun in your life as a software developer. And today's technology is changing rapidly, so make sure you should have a knowledge in various segments, which is a really important thing. And these are the other different resources you can access, and I will share, so you can go through each resources. So how you can contact me? You can just take a phone and scan a QR code on screen. I will keep for another 10 seconds, and so you can just join me, and I will send you the resource as soon as I will receive your email ID. So if you want the PPT, I see one person, someone asked a group. How to get this PPT? Yes, please scan this code, join this email template, and you will have the access to the slides. And please be humble and ask questions.